Welcome back to News 4 at 5. Right now, News 4 is working to get you more answers as a number of St. Louis County businesses reopen today. So we're taking your questions straight to St. Louis County Executive Dr. Sam Page joining us live this evening. Dr. Page, thank you for your time.
Good evening.
Well, with the stay-at-home orders being lifted for the county earlier today, give us an idea what you and your staff are seeing and hearing so far across the county.
Well, we have a partial opening or partial lifting of our orders in St. Louis County. And so far, the reports are that our businesses who are choosing to open today are prepared. They have marked off for social distancing, they're wearing masks, and they're doing temperature checks just like we've instructed. And we're pleased with the results so far.
Even with the partial reopening, doesn't appear from our crews, from their standpoint, that too many people are venturing out. How do we assure people that it's safe to get the economy going again? How are you doing that?
Well, first we have to recognize that we expected citizens of St. Louis County to take their time. They'll be testing the environment. They'll be watching to make sure that they see the proper precautions in the businesses that they go to, in the restaurants. And when they see that, the word will travel and we'll see more people getting about. But anyone over 60, anyone with chronic health problems really should think twice about getting out. For them, we'd like for those folks to stay at home and be cautious. And those that do go out, we really strongly encourage them to wear a mask. It's the right thing to do to protect them, and it's the right thing to do to protect other people.
What specific things, what specific numbers will you be watching to determine in the coming weeks if we can continue on this path?
Well, we'll be watching mainly hospital admissions, and we'll be tracking that hospital admission number with the Pandemic Task Force and watching Dr. Garza's reports. In addition, we'll be watching testing results, positive to negative ratios in St. Louis County. And we have many places participating in testing, not just the St. Louis County Department of Health, but our hospital systems, our federally qualified health centers, private labs, and even urgent care centers. So we have a lot of individuals doing testing in St. Louis County in the coming weeks and days, and we believe we will soon be able to test everyone who has symptoms and test asymptomatic people in high-risk environments.
You expect that, you said, in the coming weeks we'd be able to do that in the county?
Well, I believe that anyone who has symptoms this week will be able to get a test. In the coming weeks, we'll be testing more and more asymptomatic people in high-risk populations as those tests become available. We're ordering more tests in St. Louis County, and we're having more tests sent to us from the state.
The county has reported more than 330 deaths, the highest in the state. Do we know how many of those deaths were older individuals or individuals with underlying medical issues?
Well, I don't know that number off the top of my head, but that information is available at stlcorona.com under the Statistics tab. In fact, any questions about the coronavirus and our response, public health orders, social distancing guidelines can be found on stlcorona.com.
When do you anticipate things like playgrounds, gyms, and bars can reopen in the county? And what are you going to do to gyms and bars who perhaps ignore your order and open earlier than they should?
Well, I think that'll be uncommon because most businesses in St. Louis County really want to know what the safe and proper thing to do is for their customers and their employees, and they'll be doing that. We believe that folks who don't follow our public health orders will be outliers, and we'll deal with that on a case-by-case basis.
Have you had the opportunity to get out today to visit any businesses, or is that something you'll be doing in the near future? We know your schedule is very busy, but we know, like a lot of people, you are very much itching to support the local economy as well.
Well, sure. I'll certainly be out and about this week, but today's been pretty busy. Tomorrow's pretty busy, but I'll make it out. But we have a lot of folks watching, a lot of folks calling in and telling us what they see. And so far, the businesses that have chosen to open have done so responsibly from all of our reports.
All right, slow and steady wins the race. As always, Dr. Page, thank you so much for your time this evening.